You made it. Congratulations. You just got your first corrido played on the radio. Your mom shares the video on Facebook 47 times. You're 19 years old with a guitar that cost you 3 paychecks and 50,000 TikTok followers. You recorded the song at your cousin's studio, 8,000 pesos a session. It sounds decent. The songs are about trucks, cash, and a life you've never lived, but that's what sells. That's what people want to hear. Your first paid gig is at a palanque in Culiacan. They offer you 30,000 pesos. It's more than your dad makes in 2 months driving Uber. You arrive nervous. You see the trucks. Armored, tinted windows, out-of-state plates. There are men with radios and bulges under their shirts that definitely aren't cell phones. You sing 3 songs. People scream your name. They throw bills at the stage. Someone asks you to sing Las Tres Letras. You don't know what the 3 letters are. Not yet. A man approaches you after the show. He's wearing pointed boots and a belt. Buckle worth more than your car. You sing with balls, kid. I like you. He invites you to his table. There's Buchanans and women who look like models. They pour you a drink. You can't refuse. It would be rude. It would be dangerous. You toast with him. We're going to work together, he says. It's not a question. You exchange numbers. When you leave, you find an extra 20,000 pesos in your backpack. Money you didn't earn singing. Your career explodes. From 50,000 followers, you jump to 500,000 in 2 months. Your corridos play in every truck in Sinaloa. You're hired for quinceañeras, weddings, baptisms, but above all, you're hired for parties that don't appear on any flyer. Parties at ranches with no names. Parties where everyone carries weapons except you. Parties where the tequila is Clase Azul and the Coke isn't soda. You learn not to ask questions. You learn to sing what they request. You learn that some names aren't mentioned and others are mentioned with reverence. You move to Guadalajara. New apartment. Furnished. The man with the boots got it for you. So you're comfortable, son. An artist needs inspiration. You don't pay rent. You don't sign a contract. You just live there and understand that nothing is free. Every month they call you for 2 or 3 private performances. 100,000 pesos each. 3 hours of singing. Sometimes they ask you to stay after, to hang out, to be part of the scene. You meet El Teniente, then El Comandante, then Don Julio. You never ask their last names. Your songs change. Before you sang generic corridos. Now you receive specific lyrics. Sing this one, it's for the boss's birthday. The lyrics mention zones, routes, codes you don't understand but that people in Sinaloa do understand. Your manager, a guy from Monterrey you met at a club, warns you. That corrido has heavy names in it. If you sing it, you're taking a position. You tell him it's no problem, that it's just music. He shakes his head. He knows something you don't. You reach your first 1 million followers. Spotify puts you on playlists. Major labels come looking. Sony offers you a contract. Universal too. But the man with the boots calls you first. I heard Sony's been looking for you. That's great, kid. Just let me know before you sign so I can make sure everything's in order. The tone is friendly. The threat is crystal clear. You sign with the label he recommends. A small label in Mazatlan. The owner is his compadre. Your first official video has a $200,000 production budget. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, models, everything. Nobody asks where the budget came from. The video gets 10 million views in a week. The comments are all fire emojis and crowns. But there are also others. You already know who you sing for, dog. This dude already has an owner. RIP in advance. You ignore them. They're haters, envious people, nothing more. You're invited to Los Angeles, your first show in the United States. The Staples Center is packed. 15,000 people singing your lyrics. You feel untouchable. After the show, at the hotel, your team throws a party. Rappers show up, influencers, Instagram girls. Someone breaks out a bottle of Don Julio, 1942. You take selfies. You post stories. You tag the location. Everything's normal. Everything's fine. Until your phone rings at 4 a.m. It's a Sinaloa number. What's up, kid? You don't say hello to us anymore? You don't recognize the voice, but you recognize the tone. I saw you're partying in Los Angeles. That's cool. Just so you know, here in Culiacan, there are also people who love you. It would suck if you forgot about us. They hang up before you can respond. Your manager, who's drunk on the couch, sees your face. Who was it? You tell him nobody. Your mom? He doesn't believe you, but doesn't press. You return to Mexico. You have a show in Monterrey, sold out. 2 dates? But 3 days before the show, you receive a WhatsApp message. It's a video, 15 seconds long. It's your sister leaving. Her school. The camera follows her to her car. The message says, "Nice family you have. Would be a shame." You cancel Monterrey. You say you're sick, acute appendicitis. Your fans get angry. The promoter threatens to sue you, but you know a lawsuit is better than a funeral. Your manager finally speaks plainly. "Bro, I'm going to tell you something and you're not going to like it. In this business, there are 2 rules. First, never sing for the opposing side. Second, never think you're bigger than the one who made you big." He explains that your first shows, your equipment, your production, everything was possible because someone put up money, that someone sees you as an investment, as property, as their artist, and there are others who also want to have their own famous artist, and they don't like that yours is more famous. You start investigating, Googling names, reading news, understanding the map. You discover that Sinaloa is divided, that there are zones, territories, that the man who discovered you controls the north, but the south belongs to others, and Jalisco belongs to others, and Tamaulipas belongs to others, and each one wants their artist to be the most famous. Every corrido you sing is a political statement you didn't know you were making. Offers come in from other plazas. Tijuana offers you 500,000 pesos for a private show. Nuevo Laredo offers double. Guadalajara wants to make you their image. But accepting any of those offers is betraying the man with the boots. And rejecting them is insulting people who don't accept insults. You're on a chessboard where you're the pawn everyone wants to capture or eliminate. You decide to be neutral. You sing generic corridos again. No names, no zones, no codes. Your numbers drop. The labels complain. People want real content, not this kid-friendly corrido bullshit. But continuing to sing real corridos is signing your death warrant. So, you do the worst thing you could do. You write a corrido about yourself, about your success, about how you came up from the bottom. You mention that nobody gave you anything, that it was all because of your talent. The corrido is a hit. 20 million views, memes, trends, interviews. They ask if the corrido has shade in it. You say no, that it's just your story. But everyone reads between the lines. Nobody gave me anything sounds like I don't owe anybody anything. And in that world, that's a declaration of war. Your phone explodes with messages. Your manager tells you to delete the video. It's too late. All of Mexico is sharing it. 2 days later, they find a body in Culiacan. It's your producer, the one who recorded your first demo. They found him in his studio. He had a message. For hanging around with people who don't appreciate. There's no signed note, no names, but you know, everyone knows. Your mother calls you crying. Your father tells you to come back to the ranch, to leave this behind, that life is worth more than fame. You want to listen to him, but you can't anymore. You're too visible to hide. You hire security, bodyguards, armored trucks. You check your food before eating it. You don't drink anything you haven't opened yourself. You change hotels every night. You wear wigs and sunglasses when you go out. You live in constant paranoia. You spend 200,000 pesos monthly on security. It's more than you earn now because you canceled all your shows in the north. You go to Cancun. Neutral zone, your manager says. There are no problems there. It's tourist territory. Nobody messes with anyone. You rent a house. You record content from there. You do collaborations over Zoom. But even in Cancun, you feel watched. You see the same black trucks parked in different places. Your neighbors are people who don't talk, who don't smile, who only observe. A businessman approaches you. He wants you to be the face of his tequila brand. The offer is juicy. 2 million pesos, photos, videos, appearances. You research the brand. The company is registered in Jalisco. The owner has the same last name as a known capo. You understand that the tequila is money laundering, that your face on the bottle is legitimacy, that they're buying your image, your credibility, your soul. You reject the offer. They tell you to think about it, that other artists have accepted, that it's good business. Your bank account gets frozen. The IRS audits you. They say you have tax inconsistencies, that you owe 4 million pesos. Your accountant disappears. Literally, stops answering. His office is empty. His family says he went to Guatemala. You don't believe it. You know someone is squeezing, that they're removing all your exits, that they want to corner you until you accept coming back to the fold. You think about going to Spain or Colombia, starting over, but your family is here, your mom, your dad, your siblings. You can't leave them, and even if you could, they would reach you. The narcos' arms are long. They have people in Madrid, in Bogota, in Miami. There's no place where you can sing corridos and be safe. The genre itself is a trap. It's music financed by blood, and you are the product. You receive a formal invitation. It's for a meeting, just to clear up misunderstandings. The meeting is in Culiacan, at a well-known restaurant, public. Nothing's going to happen, it's just talk. Your lawyer tells you not to go. Your family begs you not to go. But they also tell you that if you don't go, things will get worse, that it's better to face this head-on. You buy a plane ticket. You write a will that nobody knows exists. The meeting is surreal. You arrive at the restaurant. It's empty except for one table. 5 men are there. You recognize the man with the boots. The others you don't. They sit you down. They pour you whiskey. Nobody speaks for 5 minutes. Finally, one of them says, "We heard you want to be independent, that you don't need friends anymore." You explain that it's not that you just want to make music, that you don't want problems, that you respect everyone. "The problem is that you respect everyone," says another. "You can't respect everyone. Here you respect those who fed you. The rest can fuck themselves." They explain the rules. You can sing, you can be famous, but your corridos can only mention their zones, their people, their victories. Any corrido for others is treason. Any performance in enemy territory is treason. Any collaboration with artists from the other side is treason. And treason is paid the same in this business as it is in theirs. You accept. What else can you do? You sign away your artistic freedom like it's a contract. They give you a new phone. For security, they say. You know it's to watch you. They assign you a new manager. To help with your career, you know he's their spy. They give you back your bank account. The audit disappears. Everything starts working again. Because now you're officially their employee. Your music changes. You no longer sing what you want. You sing what they tell you. Every corrido is approved before recording. Every video is supervised. Every featuring is authorized. You're an artist with 2 million followers who can't even decide the color of his shirt in videos. You're a puppet with a verified account. You're still famous. You still fill pelunks. But only certain pelunks, in certain cities, with certain audiences. Your circle shrinks. Collaborations you wanted don't happen because artists avoid you. They know your mark territory. You're toxic. You're radioactive. Working with you is choosing a side, and nobody wants to choose if they can avoid it. You see other artists make the same mistakes. New singers who arrive hungry, who sing without thinking, who believe it's just music. You want to warn them, but you can't, because warning them is admitting, and admitting is confirming, and confirming is risking the little you have left. So you just watch, like you watched when you started, like everyone watches in silence while the next naive kid sings his way into the same cage. You no longer enjoy singing. Every performance is a reminder that you're not free. Every applause sounds like chains. The money is good, but it's stained. The luxury trucks are comfortable, but they're also mobile prisons. Fame is a trap you can't escape from because escape requires anonymity, and anonymity is no longer possible. This is what you are now, a famous singer who can't sing what he wants, who can't perform where he wants, who can't collaborate with whom he wants. You're proof that talent without freedom is just a product. You're the world's most expensive parrot, repeating words that others write, living in a golden cage that you built yourself when you thought singing corridos was just music and not a declaration of loyalty written with your blood.